everybody. Welcome to Katie in the Morning. I'm Katie Page, Director of Member Relations at the National Association of Healthcare Assistants. I had a really good question come in. I don't remember if it was through peer chat, email, or through social media. But somebody asked me, what are the pros and cons and which one outweighs each other when it comes to attending CNA Fest? For those of you that don't know, CNA Fest is put on by NACA once a year. This year, it's August 21st and 22nd in Little Rock, Arkansas. And this is like a revival for CNAs. It includes the Key to Quality Award banquet, which is like the Grammys for CNAs. But I've never really thought about the pros and cons and kind of how that balances out. So I took a little time earlier today to kind of think about my experience at conferences in years gone by and kind of put a list together for you guys. We're going to go over the bad ones first, which are the cons. The first one is if you go all out and you really will not have a voice left at the end of the second day. If you're that person that's jumping off the table, screaming at the top of your lungs, constantly out for that, the almighty spirit stick, which this year there are going to be more spirit sticks, more giveaways, and more surprises. So this is definitely not the conference or the CNA Fest that you want to miss. The second con to attending a NACA CNA Fest is that you will be completely exhausted by the time you leave. There are so many activities, so many events, so much information to take in that your body just literally wears down. The next day you get up, and even like the second day that you're there, I know this from experience, from getting out there and doing things the first day. The second day you get up, like your body's like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. But then once you get there and you hear that music blasting and you see other people like jumping around and, the smiles and the laughing, like it re-energizes you and you just have this rush of adrenaline throughout the second day. So that would be the second con for attending a CNA Fest. And the third one is once you attend a CNA Fest, you will not want to miss one after that. Once again, I can tell you this from personal experience. We have several individual members and facility members that once they went to conference and they were just hooked. Like, this is something that they look forward to. Geraldine Mackey, for one, is an individual member, and she can tell you that her and Raymond Beavers both do their own fundraising just to make sure that they have enough funds to get there, and they also put their time in ahead of time so that their administrator, DON, whoever knows, they are not going to be here for these 4 days because they're going to CNA Fest and there is nothing that is stopping them. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the pros.
I promise you, in a NACA facility, residents get better care because they're being cared for by a higher educated, and I'm not talking college, I'm talking a person that has industry education. This makes them the best at the bedside, and we've proven it time and time again.
NACA takes care of our CNAs, the most important force within any long-term care community.
What a pleasure it has been and will continue to be to have the partnership that we have in Arizona, and I would really encourage other states to do the same.
Any facility out there that may be watching this that would like to go through the NACA process of transformation, you get a hold of NACA and we'll be there to serve with excellence every day, all day, anytime you need us.
For more information, visit us online at nacacna.org or call 417-623-6049. Tune in to CNA TV every Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time for long-term care news with Dane Henning.
Welcome back to Katie in the Morning. Today we're talking about the pros and cons of CNA Fest and attending. We've gone over the cons, which really aren't cons. They're just, how would I put this? Lingering positivity, I guess it would be, or the results of lingering positivity. So now let's talk about the pros a little bit when it comes to attending CNA Fest. The first one would be educational experience. We all know like the silver chair learning, whatever mechanism it is that you're using for your education and continuing education, some of those you can literally sleep through. CNA Fest, you are not going to be able to do that. There are speakers that engage the audience. They're kind of asking for that response from people. The information is presented in an entertaining way. The whole time that you're there, you're engaged from the second that you walk through those doors to the second that you step on your plane, get into your car, get on your train, however it is that you get to and from CNA Fest. You're engaged the entire time that you're there. The second pro is it completely and totally recharges your passion for this career. Have you guys ever been to like Disneyland or the Renaissance Festival? When you like step through those doors, it's like stepping into a whole nother world. That is what like CNA Fest is. You step into this room full of CNAs that have the same experiences and are searching for the same knowledge and have this fire lit energy about them, about their passion, about what they do for a living and the care that they give to these residents. It's just it's that you really can't explain it anything more than like a revival or a recharge of your passion. The third thing was that I think is a pro to going to CNA Fest is you get to meet so many other CNAs from all across the country, and it's not like you meet them, you know them for 3 days, and then you forget about them after that. With the social media platforms that we have and with the conference calls that we have, these people that you meet at CNA Fest will turn out to be lifelong friends of yours. You guys have heard me mention in Katie in the Morning in the past that there's like the Christmas card chain that went around, and CNAs from Maine were sending cards to CNAs in Texas and California and Arizona and Iowa and Missouri and Indiana and Georgia. We have members in the Bahamas. So it's not just you come there, you talk for a few days, and you leave. Like, these are people that you will know for the rest of your life. It's a networking and a support system from other CNAs that is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because CNAs work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then the last pro that I would like to mention is the recognition that you get is something that you really, really deserve. There is no association out there. There is no event out there that does recognition the way that NACA does recognition. And this, I'm talking about the Key to Quality Awards banquet specifically. This is like the Grammys for CNAs. These are awards on a national level. Hundreds and hundreds of people are nominated for these awards, and in majority of the categories, only 2 people receive these awards. Excuse me. So that in itself, besides the fact that everybody that comes to conference is there because they care about CNAs. The speakers that come to conference are there because they care about CNAs. CNAs are there because we care about CNAs. So the recognition is mind-blowing at this event. So those are just a few of the pros and the cons that I think go along with CNA Fest. But if you want to add a few more, by all means, go to our website, register yourself, come to CNA Fest, and see it for yourself. I will see you guys right back here on Katie in the Morning next time.